Hello, my lovely people. How are you today? Listen, I should have been in the kitchen for a very long time, but due to the fact that I lost my son last year, and he and I was supposed to be doing the channel, and everything just went crazy after that, and I'm just a little bit emotional and sad at the moment, but I am gonna try and see how I can start it up again. Well, run, come here. I have to tell you something. We have not done this in a very, very long time. I am going to do roast breadfruit, or rather bake breadfruit. Bake breadfruit in the oven right there. And guess what? Some rundown with saltfish. Have the coconut right here. I'm gonna use this hammer to hammer and break it and take out the flesh and grate it. But I'm not gonna use the grate. I'm just gonna put it in my blender and get it done. I already have taken out one from the shell, and this is what it looks like, and we are gonna cut it up finely and then put it into the blender, and then we are going to use the coconut milk and season it up, like you would your meat and everything, and put some color to it. And just back home on the Highlands, they would have a natto. There's a thing that grow on tree that has a color to it named a natto. But over here, yes, you can get it, but I don't have none, so I'm gonna use a little sazon seasoning to bring the color up to do my rundown saltfish and roast slash baked breadfruit in the oven here. Okay, so in a moment I will show you everything, how we are going to prepare the coconut and blend it after I finish cut it up. Okay, stay tuned. So yes, everyone, this is a coconut and this is in the shell, and in order to get it from the shell, you have to slightly turn the knife and then gently work it around the coconut and the shell, you know, to get the nut out of the shell. So it's a little hard and tedious, but you just work with it, and there we go. Boom, we got it out. Okay, there we go. Here's another one piece. It's one coconut, so I get a half out and there's the other half. And so I'm gonna try again and work with it. Just insert it, the knife, between the shell and the nut. The shell and the nut. You put the knife in between and work it around. Work it. Take your time, because you can hurt yourself by cutting it, slipping from the coconut, and you can hurt yourself. So we are continuing to work the knife around the coconut shell and the nut in order to release the nut out of the shell, or the coconut from the shell. Takes a little while, but you just keep working and working. Keep it going at it. Sometimes you might get it out all in one piece, like I just show you right there, while you might just get pieces until you are done. Better keep working it. This one is giving me a little trouble here, but yeah. Or maybe I'll just use the hammer and just try breaking. Yeah, that helps. We rip it and then try working again. Okay, here we go. Release. And we have this little piece. This should be easy. There we go. Ouch. Okay, so I'm gonna cut the coconut up and then finish up making the milk, coconut milk, to use it for our rundown. Okay. Yes, so this is the fish, and I'm going to catch some water and put it to boil. In the meantime, I finished cutting up the coconuts, and I'm going to put it to blend and start making the rundown. So this is the final part of the blending the coconut to make the coconut juice. Powerful blender, so I just turn it off less than a minute, and so I'm now going to squeeze the coconut juice to make the rundown. So I'm squeezing the juice, this from the coconut. So you have to squeeze the trash to get to the juice from the coconut. This is how you do it. It's a little process. Takes a little while, but it's all good. So we're getting there. Takes a little bit, a while. This is how we get the coconut juice from the coconut, by cutting it up, blending it, and squeeze it out. Alrighty. So we are going to set it on the table. I mean, on the stove. We are going to set it on the stove or set it on the stove to boil. And during the process, we are going to add, our onions and tomatoes and, the saltfish. Also, coloring. You can use tomatoes. I said I was going to use sazon, but I realized I have no sazon, so you can use curry, but you can also use tomatoes to give it color. So I will be showing you that process as well as I add those to it when the time comes to put them in, okay? To the pot to make it get some color. Okay, now the rundown is getting um running down or drying down. So here we go with the seasoning: onion, thyme, scallions, and tomatoes. So we are gonna put that all in there, along with the salted fish. Adding the saltfish there too as well. I'm gonna give it a little stir. So I have scallion, thyme, and then there it is cooking down. And because I cook the saltfish, I'm gonna taste it and see if it needs a little bit more salt. You can put a pinch of salt in there because I didn't want it to get salty, so I put some. I cook the saltfish first before I put it into the coconut rundown. So I'm gonna just leave it here for it to simmer with some. You can put a little black pepper there too as well. And then when it's all good and ready, I am going to show it to you. So we are finished with our rundown, and they call it dip and fall back. Some people say rugga rugga. And the breadfruit, so I peel one of the breadfruit, and there is the plate with I put a piece of avocado and the rundown, dip and fall back. This is it. Yeah, so we are going to sit down and enjoy the food, breadfruit with saltfish and saltfish rundown. So run, come and see, and then maybe you can do it yourself and enjoy. All right, that's how we do it. Have a blessed day.